Chosen one, every decision, every moment, every event in your life has led to right now. This is where you were meant to be, and what you're about to hear could change everything. By the time you finish watching, you will know exactly what you need to do to step into this new season of abundance, wholeness, and tranquility. But you must stay until the very end, because the final revelation is the most powerful of all. It is the missing key that most people overlook. Take the first step right now. Hit the like button to declare that you are ready to receive this message. 2. Subscribe to stay connected to divine guidance. I have seen that most people who listen to the divine messages on our channel are not subscribed yet. So I ask you to take this important step of faith to continue connected to this daily special and prophetic messages. 3. Comment 333 to affirm that you are stepping into divine abundance today. Most people think they are waiting on God for their breakthrough, for abundance, for peace. They feel stuck, frustrated, wondering when their season will change. But what if I told you that God has already moved, but you haven't? The truth is, many stay in a cycle of waiting when they should be stepping forward. They're caught in a spiritual holding pattern, not realizing that the door to their blessings is already ajar. They're waiting for a grand, dramatic sign when God is whispering, just walk through. This isn't about lacking faith. It's about misunderstanding how faith works. We often get stuck in the feeling of lack, the fear of the unknown, the doubt that we're worthy. These are the unseen chains that keep us from the abundance, wholeness, and tranquility God has already prepared. And today, I will show you exactly how to break free. Most people think they are waiting on God for their breakthrough, for the floodgates of abundance to open, for the deep, abiding peace that surpasses all understanding. They feel stuck, like a ship anchored in a harbor, longing for the open sea but unable to set sail. They are there, within sight of their destination, the vast ocean of possibilities, but they remain tethered, bound by unseen forces. There, frustrated, wondering when their season will change, when the clouds will part and the sun will finally shine on their lives. This frustration isn't a sign of weakness, it's a testament to the innate human desire for growth, for fulfillment, for the realization of our full potential. But what if I told you that God has already moved, that the wind is already in your sails, the tide has already turned, but you haven't raised your anchor? Imagine the wind, a powerful invisible force billowing your sails, urging you forward. Feel the tide, a gentle but persistent current, pulling you towards your destiny. These are the metaphors for God's grace, His unwavering support, His constant presence in your life. They are always there, even when you don't feel them, even when you're blinded by doubt or fear. The truth is, many stay in a cycle of waiting, not because God is withholding His blessings, but because they should be stepping forward in faith and obedience. They're caught in a spiritual holding pattern, circling the same familiar ground, not realizing that the door to their blessings is already ajar. It's not locked, it's not guarded, it's simply waiting for them to reach out and push it open. Think of it like this. You're standing before a door, believing it to be locked. You're waiting for a key, for someone to come and unlock it for you. You're praying, you're pleading, you're hoping, but all the while the door is slightly ajar. A gentle push is all it takes. This is the subtle but profound difference between waiting and stepping forward. It's about recognizing that God's grace is already present, that the opportunity is already there. It's about taking that small but significant step of faith. They're waiting for a grand, dramatic sign, a booming voice from the heavens, a burning bush experience. But God often speaks in whispers, in the gentle nudges of the heart, in the quiet promptings of the Spirit. He's saying, just walk through. The path is clear. I'm here with you. Don't be afraid. This isn't about lacking faith per se. It's about misunderstanding how faith operates, how it interacts with the divine flow of grace. We often get stuck in the feeling of lack, focusing on what we don't have instead of what we do. We are fixated on the absence of something, on the perceived void, instead of recognizing the abundance that already surrounds us. This is a natural human tendency, but it's a tendency that can keep us trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction. We're consumed by the fear of the unknown, the what-ifs, and the potential for failure, instead of embracing the adventure of faith. We're paralyzed by hypothetical scenarios, by the fear of making a mistake, of taking a wrong turn. But faith is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about trusting that even in our missteps, God is guiding us, that He can use even our failures to bring about good. We're paralyzed by the doubt that we're worthy, that we deserve God's blessings, that we're capable of stepping into the fullness of our potential. This doubt is an insidious lie, a whisper from the darkness that seeks to keep us small, to keep us from fulfilling our divine purpose. It's a voice that tells us we're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy of love and abundance. These are the unseen chains that keep us bound, the invisible barriers that prevent us from experiencing the abundance, wholeness, and tranquility that God has already prepared. They're not physical chains, but they're just as real, just as powerful. They are the chains of limiting beliefs, of past hurts, of unforgiveness, of self-sabotaging patterns. These chains are forged in the fires of our past experiences, in the messages we've internalized, in the lies we've believed about ourselves and the world. But even in the midst of these chains, there is hope. There is the potential for growth, for breakthrough, for a new beginning. Just like that flower pushing through the steel, your spirit is resilient, capable of overcoming any obstacle. Consider a tiny seed, buried deep beneath the soil. It's surrounded by darkness, by pressure, by seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Yet within that seed lies the potential for a mighty tree, for a vibrant flower, for a source of life and beauty. It pushes through the soil, reaching for the light, defying the odds. This is the power of the human spirit, the inherent resilience that allows us to overcome adversity and blossom into our full potential. And today, I will show you step by step exactly how to break free from these chains, how to unlock the door to your blessings, how to step into the flow of God's grace and experience the life you were created to live. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it, because on the other side of that door is a life beyond your wildest dreams, a life filled with purpose, with passion, with joy, with abundance, with peace that transcends understanding. We're going to break down the 5 key steps to unlock this new season. Each step builds upon the last, leading to the ultimate revelation. We're going to embark on a journey of transformation, a sacred ascent towards the life of abundance, wholeness, and tranquility that awaits you. It's a journey of self-discovery, of healing, of empowerment. We're going to break down the 5 key steps to unlock this new season, to dismantle the barriers that have held you back, and to empower you to step into your divine inheritance. Each step builds upon the last, like a carefully constructed staircase, leading you closer and closer to the ultimate revelation. Each step is essential. Each step is a building block. Each step is a necessary part of the process. Step 1. Break the mental chains. Your thoughts are either opening doors or keeping you stuck. Everything begins in the mind. The battlefield of your life is between your ears. Your thoughts are not just fleeting, insignificant notions. They are the seeds of your reality. They are the architects of your destiny. If you believe you are stuck, if you constantly dwell on limitations and obstacles, you will, without a doubt, remain stuck. Your thoughts will create a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing the very patterns you want to escape. This is not some mystical concept. It's a fundamental principle of how the human mind works. Our thoughts shape our beliefs. our beliefs shape our actions, and our actions shape our reality. Think of your mind as a garden. What you plant there, what you nurture and cultivate, will determine what grows. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, you will reap a harvest of limitation and frustration. But if you plant seeds of faith, hope, and positivity, you will reap a harvest of abundance, joy, and peace. This is a powerful metaphor, a reminder that we have the power to choose what we plant in our minds. We are not passive recipients of our thoughts. We are active participants in the creation of our mental landscape. What belief have you been holding that is limiting you? What negative self-talk has been playing on repeat in your mind? Identify it, acknowledge it. Don't judge it, simply observe it. Become aware of the patterns that have been keeping you trapped. This is the first step towards breaking free. Awareness. Without awareness, we cannot change anything. We must first become conscious of the limiting beliefs and negative self-talk that are holding us back, and then consciously choose a new belief. This is not about denying reality, it's about choosing to focus on the potential for growth and transformation. Choose to believe in abundance, choose to believe in wholeness, choose to believe in peace, choose to believe in your own worthiness. Choose to believe in God's unwavering love and support. This is an act of will, a conscious decision to shift your focus from the negative to the positive, from limitation to possibility. This is the first crucial step in breaking free from the mental chains that have held you captive. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to afford that," choose to believe, "I am open to receiving abundance in unexpected ways." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," choose to believe, "I am worthy of love and happiness." These are examples of how to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. It's about reframing your thoughts, choosing to see the world through a lens of faith and possibility. Take a moment to reflect on your dominant thoughts. Are they serving you? Are they empowering you? Or are they holding you back? Write down the limiting beliefs you want to release, and then write down the empowering beliefs you want to embrace. This is a powerful exercise, a way to externalize your thoughts and make them more tangible. It's a way to gain clarity and to begin the process of reprogramming your mind. Start each day with affirmations. Repeat positive statements about yourself and your life. Flood your mind with empowering thoughts. This is a practice that can help to reinforce the new beliefs you are choosing to embrace. It's about creating a positive mental environment, a fertile ground for growth and transformation. Surround yourself with positive influences. Read inspiring books, listen to uplifting music, and spend time with people who believe in you. This is about creating an external environment that supports your internal transformation. It's about surrounding yourself with positivity and encouragement. Step 2. Release the weight. What you hold on to is holding you back. Pain, resentment, past failures, the crushing weight of guilt and shame, and the suffocating grip of doubt are like chains wrapped around your spirit, anchors dragging you down, preventing you from moving forward. You cannot walk freely into your breakthrough. You cannot soar to new heights while still carrying the heavy baggage of the past. These emotional burdens are like invisible weights, slowing you down, draining your energy, and preventing you from reaching your full potential. They are the remnants of past experiences, the unresolved emotions that linger in our hearts and minds. Today, you are making a conscious decision to let it go, to release the grip of what no longer serves you. This is a powerful act of liberation, a declaration of independence from the past. It's about choosing to free yourself from the burdens that have been holding you back. Imagine you're in a hot air balloon, ready to ascend to breathtaking heights, but the balloon is tethered to the ground by heavy sandbags. Each sandbag represents a burden you're carrying, a past hurt, a lingering resentment, a regret that haunts you. Until you cut those sandbags loose, the balloon cannot rise. you remain grounded, unable to experience the freedom and perspective that awaits you. This is a vivid metaphor for the power of release. It's about letting go of the things that are holding you down, allowing yourself to soar to new heights. Visualize releasing those burdens. See yourself cutting the cords that bind you to the past. Feel the lightness that comes with forgiveness of yourself and of others. This is a visualization exercise, a way to engage your imagination and create a powerful emotional experience. It's about creating a mental picture of freedom and release. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional prison of the past. It's about choosing to release the anger, the bitterness, the resentment that has been poisoning your soul. It's about breaking free from the cycle of negativity and choosing to move forward in peace. Release the need to control everything. Surrender the illusion that you can somehow change the past or perfectly orchestrate the future. Surrender it to God, to the divine intelligence that guides the universe. Trust that there is a higher purpose at work, even in the midst of pain and suffering. This is about letting go of the need for control, recognizing that we are not alone in this journey. It's about trusting in a higher power, surrendering to the divine flow of life. Pain, resentment, and doubt act as the anchor that prevents your soul ship from sailing to brighter shores. If you're holding on to resentment towards someone who hurt you, write them a letter. You don't have to send it, expressing your feelings. Then burn the letter as a symbolic act of release. This is a practical exercise, a way to express your emotions and then symbolically release them. It's about letting go of the anger and resentment that you've been carrying. If you're struggling with guilt over a past mistake, forgive yourself. Acknowledge that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. This is about self-compassion, about recognizing that we are all human and we all make mistakes. It's about learning from the past and moving forward with grace. What burdens are you carrying? What are you holding on to that is weighing you down? Take some time to journal about these burdens. Identify the specific emotions and experiences that are causing you pain. This is about self-reflection, about taking the time to understand the burdens you are carrying. It's about gaining clarity and insight into your emotional landscape. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you notice yourself dwelling on the past, gently redirect your attention to the present moment. This is about cultivating awareness, about being present in the moment instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about practicing non-judgmental observation of your thoughts and feelings. Engage in activities that help you release stress and tension, such as exercise, yoga, or meditation. This is about finding healthy ways to release stress and tension, to create a sense of calm and peace within yourself. It's about taking care of your physical and emotional well-being. Step 3. Activate faith. Stop waiting for proof. Start moving. In faith, many wait for a sign, a clear, undeniable indication that it's safe to proceed before they act. They want proof, certainty, a guarantee that their efforts will be rewarded. But true faith moves before the evidence is seen. It's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's taking that first step, even when you can't see the entire staircase. Faith is not about waiting for all the answers. It's about trusting that the answers will come as you move forward. It's about stepping out in courage, even when you're unsure of the outcome. Think of Abraham, who was called by God to leave his home and journey to a land he did not know. He didn't have a map, a GPS, or a detailed itinerary. He simply had faith. He trusted that God would lead him, that God would provide for him, that God would fulfill his promise. And because of his faith, he became the father of many nations. This is a powerful example of the transformative power of faith. It's about trusting in something greater than yourself. even when you don't have all the answers. It's about following the call of your heart, even when it doesn't make sense to your logical mind. Speak as if your breakthrough has already happened. Declare it now. It is already done. This isn't wishful thinking. It's not some naive form of positive thinking. It's aligning your words and actions with your belief. It's speaking the language of faith. It's stepping into the flow of God's blessings, activating the divine power that is already within you. This is about using the power of your words to create your reality. It's about speaking as if your desires have already manifested, affirming your belief in the power of God to bring them to pass. This is the activation of your faith, acting before seeing, believing before receiving. This is when you move mountains. This is where the impossible becomes possible. It's about stepping out in faith, trusting that God will provide, that He will make a way where there seems to be no way. Instead of saying, "I hope I get that job," say, "I am grateful for the new job that is coming my way." Instead of saying, "I'm afraid I'll fail," say, "I am confident in my ability to succeed." These are examples of how to speak the language of faith. It's about replacing doubt and fear with confidence and gratitude. It's about affirming your belief in your ability to succeed. What areas of your life require a leap of faith? Where are you waiting for proof instead of acting on what you believe? Identify the specific steps you need to take, even if you're afraid. This is about self-reflection, about identifying the areas where you need to step out in faith. It's about taking action even when you're feeling fear or uncertainty. Create a vision board. Fill it with images and words that represent your dreams and goals. Look at it every day to remind yourself of what you're working towards. This is a powerful tool for visualization, a way to keep your dreams and goals front and center in your mind. It's about creating a visual representation of your desired future. Take small, consistent steps towards your goals, even if you don't see immediate results. Trust that your efforts are not in vain. This is about taking action, about building momentum towards your goals. It's about trusting that even small steps can lead to big results over time. Step 4. Step into divine timing. Stop fighting the process. You may feel like things aren't happening fast enough. You may be impatient, frustrated, wondering why your breakthrough hasn't arrived yet. But what if I told you that delays are often divine protection? What if the waiting period is not a punishment, but a preparation? God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't match your expectations, even when it doesn't make sense to your limited human understanding. The universe operates according to its own rhythms, and sometimes what feels like a delay is actually a necessary part of the process. Think of a potter shaping a vessel on a wheel. The clay doesn't become a beautiful pot overnight. It goes through a process of being molded, shaped, fired, and glazed. Each step is necessary to transform the raw clay into something strong, durable, and beautiful. Similarly, your life is being shaped by a divine hand. The challenges you face, the delays you experience, are all part of the process of becoming who you were created to be. This is a metaphor for the transformative power of the divine process. It's about recognizing that even challenges and delays can be opportunities for growth and refinement. It's about trusting that God is working all things together for your good. Trust the process. Trust that He is working behind the scenes, preparing you, refining you, and aligning everything for your highest good. Don't rush. Trust. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Your path is unique and your timing is perfect. This is about surrendering to the divine timing, trusting that everything is unfolding in the perfect way and at the perfect time. It's about letting go of the need to control the timing of your life and trusting in God's plan. Patience in waiting is not passive, it is active trust. It is not simply sitting around and doing nothing. It is actively cultivating faith, hope, and perseverance. It's about continuing to move forward even when you don't see immediate results. Divine timing is about understanding that God is growing a stronger you for a bigger blessing. The waiting period is not wasted time. It is a time of preparation, of growth, of strengthening. It's about trusting that God is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. If you're waiting for a relationship, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Use this time to heal from past wounds, to develop your talents, and to deepen your relationship with God. This is about using the waiting period to prepare yourself for the relationship you desire. It's about becoming the person you want to be in that relationship. If you're waiting for a career breakthrough, use this time to learn new skills, to network with others, and to refine your vision. This is about using the waiting period to prepare yourself for the career breakthrough you desire. It's about honing your skills, building your network, and clarifying your vision. Where are you feeling impatient in your life? What are you trying to rush or force? Take a deep breath and remind yourself that God's timing is perfect. Trust that He has a plan for you and that everything is unfolding in the right way and at the right time. This is about self-reflection, about identifying the areas where you are feeling impatient. It's about consciously choosing to trust in God's timing. Practice patience in small ways. When you're waiting in line, instead of getting frustrated, use the time to practice deep breathing or to observe your surroundings. When you're stuck in traffic, listen to calming music or an inspiring podcast. This is about cultivating patience. In everyday life, it's about finding small ways to practice patience and to cultivate a sense of peace and calm. Learn to appreciate the present moment instead of constantly wishing for things to be different. This is about mindfulness, about being present in the moment instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about finding joy and gratitude in the present moment. Step 5, the final shift. Without this, none of the other steps work. Everything you've learned so far is useless unless you do this one last thing. Every affirmation, every act of release, every step of faith, every moment of patience, they all hinge on this final crucial step. This is the culmination of all the previous steps, the final piece of the puzzle, the key that unlocks the door to your breakthrough. It's the most important step of all, yet it's also the most challenging. But here's the catch. It's the hardest step of all. It requires the most courage, the most vulnerability, the most trust. That's why most people never make it through. They get stuck on the previous steps, clinging to their own plans, their own desires, their own limited understanding. They are unwilling to let go of control, to fully surrender to the divine will. Are you ready for it? This is the point of no return, the moment of truth, the ultimate test of your faith. This is the moment where you decide whether you are truly willing to trust God, to surrender to His plan for your life. It's a moment of reckoning, a moment of decision. Are you willing to let go completely? Are you willing to surrender your will to God's will? Are you willing to trust that He knows what's best for you, even when it doesn't make sense? This is the ultimate question, the question that determines whether you will experience the fullness of God's blessings. It's about letting go of your own agenda and trusting in God's plan, even when it's different from what you expected. This is the most challenging step, the keystone that holds all the previous steps together. Are you prepared to go all in? This is a call to action, a challenge to fully commit to the process of surrender. It's about going all in without reservation, without holding anything back. Think of a trapeze artist letting go of one bar to grab another. There's a moment of free fall, a moment of complete vulnerability, where they're trusting that the other bar will be there. That's what surrender is like. It's letting go of your grip on control and trusting that God will catch you. This is a powerful metaphor for the act of surrender. It's about letting go of your own plans and trusting that God will provide for you, that He will guide you, that He will catch you when you fall. What are you still holding on to? What are you afraid to surrender? What are you clinging to for security? Be honest with yourself. This is where the real transformation begins. This is about self-reflection, about identifying the things that you are still holding on to. It's about being honest with yourself about your fears and your attachments. Practice surrendering in small ways throughout your day. When you're faced with a challenging situation, instead of trying to control the outcome, say a prayer of surrender. God, I trust you. I surrender this situation to you. Your will be done. This is about practicing surrender in everyday life. It's about consciously choosing to let go of control and trust in God's plan. It's about cultivating a habit of surrender,